Alrighty, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome in. This is BabyNation.com. Welcome back to another video, guys. And today we're going to be doing this. I don't know what you really call this, but we are going to be ranking NBA teams on how they're currently performing. We do this every single 5 weeks, and I completely forgot because it's been so long. I completely forgot what I titled the last time I did this, which was after week 5. So I gotta think about what I did and just try to do that again. But we're doing this every single time. We're doing this every 5 weeks. This is week 10. Like I said, the NBA predictions video will be coming out later on tonight. Maybe going towards the midnight section part. And like I said, we're beginning week 11 through 15 in the NBA already. It's kind of already crazy for the playoffs, but yeah, without further ado, guys, if you guys continue to like the content, make sure to like, subscribe button, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, and all social media platform. This channel is free to subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so you guys don't miss anything that we do here on the channel. So like I said, today we're going to be ranking teams on how they currently are playing, and yeah, we'll see you guys in a minute. Let's hop on right into it because we have a lot of ranking to do today. Alright, everyone, so we are back here at the list, and it's basically the same list as last time. I just kind of defined it a little bit differently here. So at the top of the tiers, we have the teams that are title contenders, aka elite. Only the top 5 will be in this category. Sometimes for occasional reasons I'll have a number 6. Below that we have the teams that are above average. Below that we have the teams that are decent, just playing solid right now. Then we have the teams that are under par, which means I expected to change a little bit for these next 5 weeks, but right now at the moment they're just not playing well, or as the hype as we expected them to be playing going into the year. And then down at the last, I know we're gonna have some teams there, but it's called horseshit. Why? Because they have been horseshit this year, and yeah, that's what it is. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get things started here. Alright, everybody, so kicking things off with the list, we're starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers, it looks like. Listen, this team has actually been playing a lot better as of late. Yeah, they've been on the losing skid. I know it wasn't pretty. They had some up and down moments so far this year, but they're really starting to play some better basketball, and I think they're really starting to take advantage of Joel Embiid coming back. Not just him coming back, playing, like I said, all the time in a very weak Eastern Conference. I think they're playing just fine right now. Like I said, they're not the most consistent team in the world. They're not the most dominant team in the world, but this team is good at winning. They'll find ways to win games. Plus, I love to see Joel Embiid. Finally, it's about time we see this man fully healthy. Next we got the Trailblazers, and then they're kind of hard to rank because the Trailblazers, they're just one of those confusing teams in the NBA. Like, maybe they'll go out there and just have one of the greatest performances, and then the very next day they go out there and look like the most shit I took. So I don't know. They're kind of hard to rank here. I'm gonna put them at decent because overall they have like a subpar 500 record, and they're not playing as bad basketball as you would think they'd be playing. But at the same time, like, this team's gotta get they gotta get more consistent. I want to see more consistency at the Portland Trailblazers if I want to rank them higher, but for right now I think they're playing just fine. Now we got the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna put them at under par. Listen, I know this team has been dealing with some injuries. This team has been dealing with Giannis, which is definitely a heartbreaker, but this team, man, they have just not been the same team. I'm going to put it like this, plain simply. This team has not been the same team ever since they started the season so hot. I know they're missing Giannis. They have some other injuries require that, but still, this team just feels like they've just been a little bit off ever since they did not have Giannis during that stretch. Hopefully they get hot time here. Like I said, they still got plenty of time to do it. You're in a very weak Eastern Conference, so you got plenty of time to make it up. But you're going to have to go on stretches like you win like 7 out of the last 10, 8 out of the last 10. You're going to need those kind of stretches here moving forward if you want to make that comeback. Next up, we got the Bulls. I mean, they're a weird ass team, man. This team is so weird. Sometimes they win games that you don't expect them to win, and then they lose games that you expect them to win. Like, it's absolutely bullshit. That's just the way how the Bulls have just been. And it just feel like the Bulls have just been their history. I mean, overall, they're not playing too much bad of a basketball. I mean, this team is inconsistent as hell, but they're not playing as bad. I'll put them at decent right now, but they're gonna have to like get a little bit more consistent. Like I said, this team is one of the more inconsistent teams in basketball. This team's got to be more consistent for me to trust them moving forward. But I guess we'll just put them at decent for now. Now we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. This team has been very disappointing so far this year. Yeah, I know they're a couple games over 500, which is great, but at the same time, like, this team has been disappointing. Like, especially what I expected them to be this year. Like, I expected them to be title contenders. I thought this team was gonna be one of the best. I thought this team was gonna be the best team in the Eastern Conference this year. Right now, I'm just not seeing that. I mean, I'll put them at decent because like I said, they're playing decent basketball. They're above 500, but I can't put them I can't even put them at above 500. I'm at an above average tier. I just gotta put them right there. They need to start playing. They just need to start playing better basketball for me to trust them. So I'm gonna put them at decent right now. Like I said, this team should be one of the better teams in the East, but we're just not seeing that right now. Now we got the Boston Celtics. I mean, shit. Is this team top 5? Because they have been playing like a top 5 team in the league. This team will deal with all their injuries. They only have Jason Tatum back, and right now they're third or second right now in the Eastern Conference. Like I know say all the time the East is a weak conference, but to be in the position that they are in is just absolutely insane. And Jaylen Brown is playing his ass off right now. I'll put him at above average because I don't have him that top 5 just yet. But if they keep playing the way how they're playing, man, I might have to like recognize. I mean, I've already recognized. I might have to put them up there because this team is playing really good right now. They're playing good basketball. Now we got the Los Angeles Clippers. I remember this team used to be fucking terrible at the start of the year. Like, this team was awful. They were, even with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, they were just still losing games, and this team just looked really bad to begin the year. But they have been playing some better basketball. Yes, I know the record is still shit, but they have been playing better basketball. Let's give them credit where it's due. And I think last time I had it about the horseshit category, well, I think they're going to take a step up from me. I think they're going to go to the under par. Like I said, we kind of still expect this team to be better over the course of the year. That's why they're still staying at the under par category. But this team, without a doubt, has been playing much. They've been playing probably their best basketball right now out of the entire season. I know in the Western Conference you don't really have that much of a time to make it up, but it's still early on in the year, so you might still have a chance to make that up. See if you can get a couple games in, see if you can get within the deficits. But like I said, they're kind of like the Bucks situation. Any games like they go like 8-2 in the last 10, 9-10, 9-2 in the last 10, like or 9-1 in the last 10. Like any of those kind of stretches. Now we got the Memphis Grizzlies, a team that's just confusing, man. I say they have this team might be one of the more banged up teams in basketball. Like John Morant's in and out of the lineup. It just feel like the whole team is in and out of the lineup, and I just don't really see this team as good as they recently were. Now they are in the playing tournament right now as this recording. They're not playing too bad of a basketball. They're just slightly under 500. So this team, I mean, they're not playing bad basketball, but at the same time, I mean, I just don't know where to put them. I'm either going to put them at under par or decent because, like I said, the Grizzlies, I mean, I did not expect this team to be good. I mean, not like elite going into the year, but I expect them to be at least competitive. I'll put them at decent right now because, like I said, they're hanging around that 500 tier, and overall, they have not been playing bad basketball. John Moran has been pretty good for them ever since he came back from injury, but they're just kind of like the Cavs and the Bulls situation. I need to see more consistency out of them three. Now we have the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are another team that's also kind of confusing because if you guys haven't heard, well, I'm not too surprised about this, but if you guys haven't heard, Trae Young could be walking his way out of Atlanta. I don't know if that's the case, but that's recently what I heard. And this team, I mean, they've been on the big losing skid as of late. They have not been really winning games at a consistent rate. I'm gonna put them under par right now because they are slipping down the standings kind of hard. You know, in the Eastern Conference, you can very much make that up. Like I said, you have a long time left to go in the season. You can't make that up. But the way how they're playing, man, I gotta put them at under par right now. It's just a team that I just feel like they should be better than what the record is. And right now, it's just a team that I'm not getting that from. So I'm gonna put them at under par right now. Still have time to make it up, but like I said, they need to start playing better basketball. Next up, we got the Miami Heat. I mean, this team, the Heat definitely had fallen off a little bit. I'll be completely honest, just the way how they started the season and how they're currently playing right now. But at the same time, I mean, the Heat team, I mean, I think they're decent. I mean, that's about all I can get them. I mean, they're just a decent basketball team. They're just decent at everything, offense, defense. I mean, before this, I kept saying they have one of the best offensive teams in the league, and I still think they do. But their defense is mid. I mean, everything about them else besides offense is mid. I want to see more consistency out of the Miami Heat. But at the same time, I think this team is definitely more consistent than the rest of the teams in the decent category. They're definitely more consistent than the other those teams that haven't as well as them in in the decent category. So plenty of time here for the Heat, man. If they can get that offense going and that defense step a little bit, hey, the Heat, they might be just fine this year. They might be on the way to do something this year. Now we got the Charlotte Hornets. Here's the thing about the Hornets. I know they're ass, but they have been actually competing with a lot of good teams as of late. I mean, they just, man, this team always finds themselves to be competitive. The Hornets just seem like one of those teams that if you don't come out to play, if you're a good team that's going to play them, and if you don't come out to play 100%, this team is going to beat you. This team is shockingly going to beat you. And I mean, honest, I'll give them credit. I'm going to put them in the under par category. I don't think they're complete ass. Like, this team has been showing heart, man. This team don't quit. They have Melo Ball, who I think has been playing pretty well. I mean, if he ever is going to get on the court, which he is right now for the moment, but once it goes back out, which I'm pretty sure will be eventually. But I think the Hornets, man, I think they're one of the more tougher bad teams in the league. You know what I mean? Like they will show heart no matter what. So I give the Hornets credit for that. They're gonna go in the par category for me. Now we got the Utah Jazz. I mean, they're kind of, I mean, if I'm being honest, they're kind of in the same boat as the Hornets. Like I know they're not good, but they will show heart. Plus, this team, if you look at it, Utah's actually not that bad at home. I mean, it just feels like the Jazz. I know their record is not great overall, but they play their best basketball at home. And overall, I don't think this team. I'm not looking at this team and saying like, oh my god, like how they're ass. I'm not gonna say that. Like they are ass. I do agree with you there, but they're a team that will just give you like nightmares if you just don't play your best basketball. And I think the Jazz are one of the more improved teams at doing that. I know the Jazz are not a good team, but like I'm saying, it's like they're like the same situation as the Hornets. If you don't come out to play, they will beat you, and that's just kind of reality. But that's basically what we've seen. So I got to put them on the par instead of ass. Now we got the Sacramento Kings. I mean, yeah, they're Sacramento's horse shit. I mean, they've been bad. They've been bad since the opening of the season. Haven't really seen any improvement. This team is dealing with injuries, and I'm actually kind of shocked about this because I do think Sacramento has a better roster than what the record shows. Now at the same time, they are missing Domantas Sabonis. That's hurting them massively. They also didn't have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan for a certain stretch of the year, so that could be hurting them as well. But just looking at this team, and I just don't think they're as good as we all thought they were going to be. Well, I knew people were not going to think this team was going to be a good team anyway going into the year, but we kind of all expect them to at least play better than this, right? And just because these teams just consistently getting blown out every week. I mean, Sacramento, they're just not playing good basketball at the moment. Now we got the New York Knicks. I mean, I'm gonna put them in title contenders because I just think that's what they are in the East. They have the team to be the title contenders, but that's another one that's kind of tricky, and that's kind of one debatable with Boston. Like, if you want to switch them with Boston, I completely understand it. I'm not gonna completely get out of it, but the only reason I'm putting the Knicks up here is because I just know them as a consistent rate. I know the basketball team just a little bit more than they do in Boston right now about what they're capable of and what they're not capable of. Like, it's a little tricky because look overall in the season, you could argue and make a legitimate argument like the Celtics, they are the better basketball team right now. But at the same time, I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I just know where they are a little bit more. They're more consistent on offense and defense, and they're more consistent on both sides. I have the team, I just think they're more consistent. So I'll get New York in that, but if you want to make a legitimate argument about that, I'm not arguing with you there. Next up, we got my Los Angeles Lakers. I'm gonna put them at above average. I can't put them in true title contenders just yet. I can't. I know they've been playing good basketball. I know Luka's been going off. I know LeBron's been going off. But at the same time, Austin Reeves is banged up. And one thing that's keeping me from picking the Lakers from a title contender is our defense. Our defense has been absolutely horseshit the last couple weeks. Like it's awful. It just feels like the teams have been going up there and just been throwing up like 123 points a night. It's just absolutely ridiculous what the Lakers defense is. I mean, hopefully they step it up. If the Lakers defense can step up, yeah, okay, sure, they might be title contenders because they have the team, they have the roster to do it. But for right now, I just can't do it. Just by me as a fan watching this team, but the defense is just what is keeping this team out of the title contender tier. So if they fix that defense, I might put them up there. For right now, I'll put my squad above average. Now we have the Orlando Magic. I mean, like I said, the Magic is just another team that you would just think they would be better than what they are right now. I mean, sure, they're above 500 and they're kind of sitting in the play-in tournament, last playoff spot ranking right now. But look at this team. I think we kind of all expected better things for Orlando going into the year. But I mean, I'm gonna put them at decent because overall they're not a bad basketball team. Like they know how to win games. They have one of the best defenses in the NBA. But at the same time, it's just kind of like I need need to see more production out of their offense. I'm kind of surprised we have not seen much. But Orlando's just been kind of hit or miss. It's just been win, loss, win, loss. Every time they win one, they lose one. Just got to get more consistent right there. But I still think they're a decent basketball team. And they definitely have potential to be an above average basketball team. Of course they do. Now we got the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, like I said, the team's been struggling this year, but I actually do like what I'm seeing out of the Dallas Mavericks as of late. Sure, they're kind of like in the same situation as the Clippers. Yeah, their record isn't as great. It's still dog shit, but at the same time, this Mavericks team that they've been playing a little bit better as of late than they expected. So I'm going to put them in the under par category because, like I said, we have bigger expectations for Dallas, and they're just not meeting up to that requirement right now. But if this team could go like these next 5 weeks playing decent basketball, then that would convince me a little bit more that the team can actually do something and move up here on the rankings. But for right now, the team overall, like I said, is not playing too well. They're losing at a consistent rate. It's just under par for me. I'm not going to put them in ass because, like I said, they have been showing a little bit of heart these last couple weeks. Now we got the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, besides Michael Porter Jr., who I think has been absolutely phenomenal this season for Brooklyn, I mean, I just think that team is shit, man. I mean, I think they're awful. And like I said, this has nothing to do with MPJ too, because I think he's been playing outstanding. I think he's by far been Brooklyn's best player this season, and I'm being completely honest, he might have a slim chance to make the All-Star team this year, and I actually mean that because that guy's been balling out this year. But besides him, man, the rest of the team is just completely awful. Like I don't like what I'm seeing out of Brooklyn, their offense. Besides MPJ, their defense, I just don't like what I'm seeing for Brooklyn. So give credit to MPJ, but that team is still ass. Now we got the Denver Nuggets. Man, this team is banged up as shit, man. They're banged up. Jokic went down with the injury. Now you're without him. Jamal Murray is the only starter on the starting lineup. Now they're going to get Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon back at some time soon. But at the same time, like, holy shit. Like, this team is stacked up. They're injured as shit. But at the same time, their depth continue to play a factor because they're winning majority of their games still. So I mean I gotta put Denver title contenders, even though I do think they're banged up as shit, which is completely honest. I mean they're literally, this team is literally missing almost the entire starting five right now, besides Jamal Murray. But this team can continue to win at a consistent rate, and as long as they can hang on to maybe a top 6 seed in the West when Jokic comes back, and then this team could be dangerous like they were. They were kicking everybody's ass before Jokic got injured. So we'll see how this affects Denver, but I still think they're a true title contender in the West. Moving on, we have Indiana, complete dog shit, which is I just don't know why. It kind of feels weird to put a team in the dog shit category who literally just made the finals last year. But let's be completely honest, they are absolutely dog shit right now. They have probably one of the worst records in the Eastern Conference right now, which is really hard to do. Team is not playing well. Their offense is terrible. Their defense is terrible. I mean, get credit to Pascal Siakam. He's at least done a little bit of something, but he's not going to be like your number one guy moving forward. So overall, I mean, this team has just been awful this year, and I don't get it. It feels weird because, like I said previously, this is the team that just went to the NBA Finals. This is the defending Eastern Conference champions we're talking about here. So it feels completely weird, but let's just call it what it is. They've just been terrible this year. Next, we got the New Orleans Pelicans, which is kind of like the same boat. I mean, like I said, this team has just been awful. They just have just not been a good fucking old team. Their team is just not good. Their offense is probably one of the worst in basketball. Their defense is probably one of the worst in basketball. I just don't like what I'm seeing for the Pelicans. I just don't. And like I said, it's just another one of those rosters that they should not be this bad. Like, it's just one of the rosters they should not be this bad, but they are this bad. And that's just the reality of it. You have Zion Williamson, and this team still are probably one of the worst teams in basketball right now. So it is what it is, man. But still, like, the Pelicans should not be this bad, but they are this bad. Next, we got the Detroit Pistons. I mean, obviously, just looking at this team and how they're playing, I mean, you gotta put them in title contenders. I mean, this team is just absolutely dominant. I just love watching Detroit this year. Love watching Cade Cunningham. Love watching this offense. Love watching this defense. As a team, I just love watching this team. Detroit Pistons might be one of the more better entertaining teams in the league. Like that's how entertaining I think this team is. So give Detroit all the love. But it's still kind of crazy to go back 2 years ago that this team was one of the worst teams in the Western Conference, and then they go from that to this. Like, it's just absolutely insane what Detroit has done over the last 2 years. But yeah, the team's elite. They're playing some good basketball right now. Next we got Toronto. I mean, I think that team is still above average. I mean, I know they have not been the most consistent as they were at the beginning of the season, but at the same time, they still have one of the better records in the East. They still have like a decent spot in the East. I still think I still think they're one of the more respectable teams in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I'd say going back to before the season started, I thought Toronto was going to be horrible. I thought Toronto was going to be one of the worst teams in the league. But nah, this team has completely shut me up. I mean, they've been playing consistent bad. Yeah, do they have the best roster in the world? No. Do they lose a ton of games? Yeah, but this team will fight, and majority of the time they fight, they will win their matchups. So give credit to New Orleans. Give credit to Toronto for how they've been this year. Next we got the Houston Rockets. I still think this team is really good. I mean, it's going to be tough for me to pick them between the above average and title contenders right now, but just because how the team is and just how they're constructed. But if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm going to put Houston above average right now because I still think this team is really good. KD's been good, Shingun's been good, Martin Thompson's been good. Love how this whole team is. I love how this whole team is. Their defense is still really good. Their offense, but their offense look like they took another step notch. But one thing I'm missing from Houston will go on a cold stretch sometime, and we've seen this over the course of the year. The Rockets, they will go on a stretch where they're cold. They get back high, and hopefully that they continue to have this rock climb. But until they can find that consistency, and maybe some other teams starting to move out from the title contenders tier, they're going to stay right there at the above average tier. I still think the team's really good, but they just got to get on the stretch now in the West. They're just not getting hot, getting cold, getting hot, getting cold. Like they have to be consistent around that area. Now we got the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, just kind of like the Detroit Pistons I talked about earlier. One of the more funner teams to watch in the NBA. One of the more almost complete teams that we watched in the NBA. Oh yeah, absolutely. But absolutely, the way how the Spurs right now, the way how the San Antonio Spurs are playing right now, absolutely they are title contenders. I mean, this team barely has 10 losses right now as I'm recording this. They have one of the best offenses in the league. Wemby has been looking like a freaking alien. I thought they're almost an unguardable person. Love what I'm seeing for Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and the way how those two guys fit into the rest of the system with the team. I mean, I'm just a fan watching the Spurs right now. But this team already beat OKC already 3 times this year, which is absolutely absurd. So say what you will, but I the way how the Spurs are playing right now, it's just hard to say how this team is not a title contender right now. Now we got the Phoenix Suns. Listen, I'm going to give the Suns all the credit in the world. I think the Suns are above average team right now, and I don't know how they're doing it, but let's be completely honest. Let's just call it what it is. The Suns, they have been winning at a high enough clip. They compete. They almost compete with anybody right now. Their defense is still really good because Dillon Brooks. I mean, I know Dillon Brooks has the hard part to do that, but Dillon Brooks, he's been stepping on the. As much as I hate him, he's been stepping on more on the offensive end. Devin Booker looks like he's elevated his game to the next level, which I kind of knew he was going to be an all-star. It would be kind of sickening if Devin Booker doesn't make the all-star team this year, just the way how he's playing. But I don't know. Sometimes it's something I can see it, but the team is just balling out right now. There's a team that is good enough for you to give any team a run. They just beat one of the best teams in basketball the last couple of weeks. So you can say what you will, man, but I think the Suns, I mean, they're playing some decent basketball. Are they the best team or the most consistent team in the world? No, but this team will fight in the end, and just kind of like Toronto, they've just been winning majority of their matchups. I like how the Suns are playing right now. Now we have OKC. I mean, are true title contenders. I don't think there's really too much to explain about here. I mean, OKC. I mean, not only that they're title contenders, this team hasn't even lost 10 games yet, and we have played more than 10 or more weeks into the season, and this team hasn't even lost 10 games yet, which is absolutely insane. So they're title contenders, and that's it. Next up, we got the Golden State Warriors. I mean, they're decent at best. I mean, I'll be completely out. They're decent at best. Not the worst team, not the best team. I mean, they're just average basketball team. Offense average, kind of like the Miami Heat. Average offense, average defense, average as a team, average shooting offensive team, average defensive team. I mean, they're just average at everything. But I will say this: Steph Curry has been an absolute terror for the Warriors as of late, so I'll give him credit where it's due there. But as a team as a whole, I mean, they've just been completely average. Now we got the Washington Wizards. I mean, they played a little bit better, but I'm still going to put them in the ass category. I don't think that team has ever been good. But like I said, the Wizards, they have one of the worst records in the Eastern Conference, and I don't even think they have 10 wins yet this year. Like Washington, I know, I'm kind of sad to say this because I just feel like we say this every single year for Washington. It feels like, but the team is just not good. It's just not good. I mean, they have literally no star power over there. I mean, if Washington wants to move them up in the category, they're gonna have to get these games and win together, so I can somewhat have a reasonable understanding. But that team is just fucking terrible, man. They're just ass. And last but not least, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Actually, I think this team has been blowing out the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I know they started off a little bit slow. Especially at the start of the season, but let's be honest. I mean, the Wolves, I think they're above average team. They've been playing a lot better, and I know it's not. The Wolves are kind of inconsistent. We've seen their inconsistencies over the course of the regular season and stars out, but as of late, they're playing better basketball, and let's just give credit where it's due. They're playing better basketball, and I think they're above average team right now. So give credit to them. Alright guys, let's go ahead and end it for my NBA kind of recap here. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to call this video, but whatever, it is what it is. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button, join Discord, follow me on all social media platforms. Like I said, I'm going to go hop out and get to see you guys for watching on time. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. This is BeardNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you guys next time. Peace out.